to Lots of Love and
Butter.
We're Bob and Liz,
AKA French and Freckles.
a couple who found love the second time around and have been savoring every moment, one bite, one adventure at a time.
From hidden gems in the heart of the city to must-see spots around the world.
We're here to share our passion for food, travel, and of course,
Each other. Get ready for fun tips, life stories, and our honest restaurant ratings. All served with a side of French formality.
and Latin excitement. Join us every Sunday as we explore the world together.
One plate at a time.
Right, well, welcome to Lots of Love and
Butter.
yes.
Yes.
We are doing what type of episode today?
Today is an update. It's a Bobby update
Okay.
episode. So
Okay.
no food, no fun. Well, hopefully a little bit of fun, but no food, no fun. Just straight up conversation
In this episode.
in this episode.
All right, he's the client, so I'm giving him what he wants. And this is an episode updating. Why are you looking at me like that for?
Because that was like, blah, blah, blah.
No, this is your show, and we do lots of food ratings. We've done 40 plus episodes of food, and now since we've transitioned over, prior to your diagnosis, we already decided that we were going to do Lots of Love and Butter and turn it into like podcast style, talking about more than just the food, but the travels and the love, because it's lots of love and butter.
Yep. Okay.
And then we have this going on. So
I'll give this
what do
one
you
up.
want? You want to give your friends and family an update?
Yeah, I think it's important to keep everybody in the loop. First of all, thank you for all the prayers. I think they have been a blessing beyond anyone's knowledge. It's entirely different
This
than
time
before.
around. Yeah.
It is a different. I'll give you as much information as I can. It's a different situation than before. This is a different type of cancer. So, with that being said, I'm okay. I'm doing all I can to, holistically, intelligently, using wisdom, guidance, research to treat myself the best way possible. The standard things. I'm not eating sugar.
So you're going to share some of those things with us?
Yeah.
Okay. So go for it. Go down the list. What have you changed so far
So the
for
first
the past month?
for the past month. So I was pretty good at not having many meals anyway, even though I'm a big guy. I did, but now I'm down to 2 meals within an allotted amount of time. The research I did based on my cancer is fasting is really good, but it's on a daily basis. And the daily basis is 12 hours. So don't eat for 12 hours. It could be 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning. That's your 12 hours. And then when you eat, keep it in a 7-hour window.
Yeah. So it's almost like intermittent fasting, because I've done that in the past, actually many times.
Yep. So
Now, for those who are watching for the very first time, what type of cancer do you have?
So it's still squamous cell carcinoma. This one, it's targeted right now on the tongue.
Yeah, on the side.
It's on
back
the back side of the tongue. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to lose people. But so right now, the situation in the mouth is pain where they did the biopsy. That pain hasn't gone away, and they did the biopsy a while ago.
Can you imagine a needle? Like, it's not even so much the biopsy, it's the numbing for the biopsy.
Yeah, so they did 5 or 6. After 5, I kind of blacked out a bit, but 5 or 6.
The numbing needles?
The shots on
The
my
shots.
tongue. Like, if you ever bit your tongue by accident, you're like, oh, that hurts? Yeah. So my tongue will, every once in a while, just go, ow, like I'm being shot again, like random
Like a
nerve.
bzz, bzz.
Yeah. And the spot where they cut is the spot where the cancer grew.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's all the time. Like the pain gets down to a 1 when I take my Advil. Can't take Tylenol, you bleed too much. You take your Advil, pain gets down to a 1. So it's manageable and I'm okay. Last week, I had a nasty cold. Along with everything else, I had ear issues and drainage, and you can imagine a couple with a tongue that hurt.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
Trying
So-
to coughing and sneezing when your tongue hurts like that, I know it was painful for you, I could tell.
And I have sharp teeth. I mean, that's the other part about it. So most of the day, I'm holding my tongue up and away from my teeth. So you get tired because it is a muscle. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's the first thing I'm doing is fasting. I take Advil for pain. I do have prescription Advil, but I stay away from it. I don't go to that extreme.
What else are you doing differently? Like, you have your routines.
I have my routine. So in the morning, I wake up, I have lots of protein and lots of fat. Protein and fat are essential for fighting cancer. Sugar is a no-no. Carbs are not great, but it's important that you stick to that diet. So eggs, avocados, even some meats, as long as they're not processed meats, are not bad. So I'm trying to eat that for breakfast. Trying to stay away from the breads.
I know, and that's so hard.
Possible.
He's doing very well because bread,
it's harder for her to stay away from
rice, those kind of things, pasta.
Yep. So that would be my meal, and then after my meal, I do my litany of things that I know to be effective. Soursop.
Soursop.
That's the first one. I do. Obviously, you overload on vitamin D and vitamin C.
Yes, vitamin D, vitamin C. Now, because I asked you the question, and they might ask the same question. What the heck is soursop? Is that a pill? Is that a liquid? What is it?
Soursop is a fruit. If you look it up online, it's a cancer-fighting fruit. It's been around for a long time. And I get it in a droplet form. So the nice thing about soursop is when I literally put it on, it's a droplet. When I literally put it on my tongue, it stops hurting. Like, it's almost a painkiller. It lasts for about 45 minutes to an hour. And that 45 minutes, I'm like,
good.
Life is good.
Yeah.
So the soursop to me is one of the first things.
Next.
The next is your vitamin C. You have to, I had to get rid of the cold to start feeling better. And thanks to our friend Lori, Lori.
From the
and
Total
the infusion
Glow.
I got yesterday, it helps immensely.
So much.
In the protocol itself, there's a new protocol for cancer patients who don't want to do chemo. It's vitamin D, vitamin C intravenous, zinc, which I take zinc every day too. And then you have 3 medications which are really unique. And my friend Tina, who used to be my hairdresser, that's how long ago.
Wow, used to be the hairdresser.
She sent me the list of medications. So it's febendazole, is a glutamine blocking antiviral that I ordered, and it's coming any day now, and I'm going to take that on a daily basis. Believe it or not, it's used for pinworms. Like if you have pinworms, with that little red spots on your, it's really
weird.
Bizarre. It's weird, but
moving on.
It blocks it blocks the glucose in your cells. Guess what? Cancer feeds on glucose. So that simple medication, and then ivermectin, I'm trying to get ivermectin prescription. Ivermectin does kind of the same thing, but there are 2 different ones you can take at the same time. So those 5 protocols are what I'm doing on a daily basis.
And then at nighttime,
I do
your tea.
my tea.
And what does that tea? I haven't even offered. Would you like me to make you some tea?
No, what a wonderful wife she is.
Because it's it's a concoction. He does it a certain kind of way.
All
All
right. Rabbit hole. Ready for the rabbit hole?
No.
A rabbit hole. You open the door. It's just dandelion tea. That's all it is. Dandelions.
With what?
I do chamomile. Dandelion chamomile with honey.
Honey.
That's it.
Dandelion, chamomile. Because every time I look, I see 2 tea bags in your cup.
Mix them up.
So I'm wondering what
Why
it
not?
is that you're doing. Okay,
Right.
so chamomile, which makes you feel good at nighttime.
Yep.
The dandelion to specifically target
Right.
the cancer, and then honey, obviously, because it's just so good for
honey.
you and for your
The
tongue.
other thing I do all day long, randomly, depending on how it hurts or feels, is coconut oil.
Yes, I have seen you do that.
A, it's yummy, and B, it's an antiseptic, antibiotic, and it kills the pain. I mean, again, another 30 minutes of pain-free. I'm like, teaspoon, just sit there.
And speaking of teaspoons, I've also seen you empty out a jar of berry something.
Oh my
sea
goodness!
moss?
I need another one. I just got one last week. So sea moss. The key to killing cancer is to starve it to death. Because of the type of cancer
Say
I
that
have,
again.
the key to killing cancer is to starve it to death. That's what
Yes.
chemo does.
This thing can
Chemo
die.
kills all the cells, good and bad, in your body. That's why people have such a hard time with chemo. It literally kills all your cells in your body in the hopes that they would eliminate the cancer. And I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but the goal here for me is to say, okay, I'm going to block. I'm going to, in that area of my tongue, yes, and it does hurt to talk, in that area of my tongue, I'm going to block all those cells. I'm going to do what I can. And vitamins and minerals, which we don't have squat on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Everything we eat, restaurants, all that good stuff, you have to go natural. It's so difficult unless you're in the Berkshires.
I think you've been doing an excellent job throughout this month. What do we have coming up next, appointment-wise?
The next appointment is in early January for a CAT scan. Now, the CAT scan is going to tell me where the cancer specifically is. So
we are hoping,
praying,
and believing,
that it's only
isolated.
on the top.
Is that this thing is isolated.
Yeah.
But they will see through the scan if for some reason it is somewhere else, because we haven't said he has stage 2, stage 4, stage 1.
Because we don't know. We don't know.
Because we're waiting on that scan.
And honestly, I don't care to know. The options we were given, and I'm not going to go into 3 of them.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that right now. That's not this episode.
Yeah.
What I will say is that we got to get the scan done, and that's going to happen.
And I'll need all
and
your
he's
prayers.
already decided what he is absolutely not going to do.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's why he's in these regimens daily. Holistically. And that's why we wanted to do this update for you all.
So I need more. I was going back to the CMOS. I need more CMOS.
We need more CMOS.
We ate it all already.
Yeah. So we're just going to continue to do those holistic things. I am so proud of you. I think you're doing an excellent job. And we're going to continue to pray. And then if we speak on things that we're doing when it comes to spiritually speaking and the divine, I pray for him every night with anointing oil that I have received from Pastor Michelle. And every night I lather my hands and I just put it all over his head and his neck, and I pray for him, and we declare that this thing is gone, that this is not going to be a long journey, that this is a process obviously that we're going through, and we are learning in the midst of it, because for me it has been letting go of control and accepting things that I can't control, and that to me has been really, really difficult, especially when you don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. And you have to live optimistically, happy, and still be okay. Positive, even though your flesh and your human side of you is wanting to fall apart. Your spiritual Liz is saying, no, we got this. We're going to fight this, and it's going to be,
It's a battle.
good.
It's a battle of perspective. The perspective that you have to have when you're going through something like this is the cancer itself is like the size of an ant or a small beetle or something like that. It's not like neck down. I could still run a mile, lift anything I want to. Like nothing has changed. It's just that one spot.
He keeps saying that to me. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. It's just it's annoying and it's difficult to eat.
It's there
and it
it's
bleeds
difficult.
a lot.
Yeah. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. But we'll see what happens. So you've received an update. We thank you for, again, the calls, the text messages, and I love that there are even a few people that don't even live in the state that always check in. And they don't have to. We're not related by blood, and they literally check in more than some people. And I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm so thankful for people like them and for the community that God has surrounded us with here in Davenport.
And I do want to say thanks to my family, my brother and my sister and my dad. I mean, that's the only family immediate I have left. So they've been super supportive, and financially when it's been, so
in every sense of the way. So we thank you guys so much. That's our quick little update, and join us again for lots of love and butter. Lots of yummy butter. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, and stay prayerful for us. Thanks for tuning in to Lots of Love and Butter. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends.
Join us next Sunday for another savory topic.